Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that holds the key to a more fulfilling life: mastering your emotions. This journey we're embarking on is all about self-discovery and emotional empowerment. Emotions, you see, are integral to our human experience. They're our internal messengers, providing us with insights into our inner world. The path to mastering them begins with understanding them. So, let's start this enlightening journey together. To master them, we first need to understand them. Emotions are a fundamental part of the human experience. They are the language of our inner world, coloring our perceptions and influencing our actions. Each feeling, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or excitement, is like a messenger, carrying vital information about our needs, values, and desires. Imagine a world without emotions. It would be like a painting devoid of colors, a song without melody. Emotions add depth to our lives. They make us human. Yet, they can also seem confusing, overwhelming, even uncontrollable at times. But here's the thing, emotions aren't the problem. It's our lack of understanding and inability to manage them effectively that often leads to distress. And this is where the power of recognition comes in. By acknowledging our emotions, labeling them, we start to understand their origin and purpose. Recognizing and labeling our emotions is the first step toward gaining control. It's a stepping stone on the path to mastering your emotions and ultimately leading a more balanced and fulfilling life. Enter the realm of emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as empathize with others. Emotional intelligence, often referred to as EQ, is a vital skill in our everyday lives. It's the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of our emotions, helping us understand why we feel the way we do and how our feelings can influence our thoughts and actions. Imagine emotional intelligence as a bridge, connecting our inner emotional world to the outside world. It's this bridge that allows us to empathize with others, to understand their emotions, and to respond appropriately. It's what helps us maintain healthy relationships, communicate effectively, and navigate social complexities. Developing emotional intelligence is like equipping ourselves with a powerful tool, a tool that enables us to manage and express our emotions healthily, to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically, and to adapt to change and overcome challenges. Developing emotional intelligence equips us with valuable tools to navigate the complexities of human relationships and interactions. Mindfulness is a powerful practice for mastering emotions. It is the art of staying present, a subtle shift in focus that can transform our emotional landscape. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a bustling city with traffic and noise all around you. Now, instead of getting swept up in the chaos, you choose to observe it, to stay grounded in the present moment. That's mindfulness. This practice enables us to become aware of our thoughts and feelings as they arise without getting caught up in them. Instead of being tossed around by the storm of our emotions, we become the calm center, observing the storm from a distance. This doesn't mean we're suppressing our emotions or denying their existence. Rather, we're acknowledging them, allowing them to exist without letting them control us. Mindfulness is like a muscle that strengthens with practice. And the good news is, you can start right now. It's as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. As thoughts or emotions arise, instead of reacting to them or getting swept away by them, simply observe them. Notice their presence, acknowledge them, and then gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice of observation allows us to create a space between stimulus and response, a space where we can choose our reaction instead of reacting impulsively. This is emotional regulation in action. It's the difference between responding to a challenging situation with calm and clarity, instead of reacting with anger or frustration. Mindfulness not only helps us regulate our emotions, but it also promotes empathy and compassion. When we're present, we're more able to understand and empathize with the emotions of others. We're more open to their experiences and perspectives, leading to deeper connections and more harmonious relationships. Remember, like any skill, mindfulness takes practice. Be patient with yourself. Some days it might feel challenging, but keep going. Over time, you'll begin to notice a shift in your emotional responses, a sense of calm even in the midst of chaos. Learn simple mindfulness techniques to cultivate emotional regulation. Embrace the journey and watch as your emotional landscape transforms, one mindful moment at a time. Positive psychology emphasizes focusing on strengths and positive emotions. It's like a sunshine-lit path leading us towards a more joyful, resilient mindset. So, how do we start walking down this path? It begins with gratitude. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you, it's about mindfully acknowledging the good in our lives, from the smallest pleasures to the biggest blessings. Next, we have optimism. Optimism isn't about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about having confidence in our ability to handle challenges and expecting positive outcomes. It's the spark that keeps our inner fire burning brightly, even in the midst of stormy weather. And let's not forget about other positive practices like acts of kindness, forgiveness, and celebrating small victories. These practices shift our emotional landscape, painting it with vibrant, positive hues. Discover how incorporating gratitude, optimism, and other positive practices can shift your emotional landscape and contribute to a more joyful and resilient mindset. In today's fast-paced world, stress is inevitable. It's like a whirlwind that can sweep us off our feet if we're not grounded. But don't worry, we've got some effective stress management techniques up our sleeve. First, let's talk about deep breathing exercises. When stress levels rise, our breath often becomes shallow and quick. By intentionally slowing down and deepening our breaths, we can send a signal to our brain that it's time to relax. It's like having a secret chill-out button that we can press anytime, anywhere. Now, onto time management strategies. We often feel stressed when we're overwhelmed with tasks, but when we break these tasks down into manageable chunks and prioritize them, we regain control. It's like tackling a mountain. You won't reach the summit in one giant leap, but with steady small steps, you'll eventually get there. And remember, it's not just about doing more, but also about doing less. Make time for relaxation and self-care. Whether it's a hot bath, a walk in nature, or a good book, find something that helps you unwind. So, there you have it. Deep breathing exercises to calm the mind and body, time management strategies to tackle tasks efficiently, and relaxation techniques to rejuvenate the spirit. By incorporating these into your life, you'll be better equipped to handle stress and maintain emotional balance. Explore effective stress management techniques that can help you maintain emotional balance, even in challenging situations. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. When we talk about resilience, we're talking about the grit and tenacity that allow us to rise again after falling. But how do we build this resilience? We start by viewing setbacks not as failures, but as learning experiences. These are moments that test our mettle and teach us important lessons about ourselves and the world around us. Cultivating resilience involves reframing our perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable obstacles, we can see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset can make all the difference. It's about acknowledging the struggle, yet choosing to focus on the potential for growth and transformation that these challenges bring. Resilience isn't built in a day. It's a process of learning, growing, and evolving. And it's a process that's worth every step. So remember, develop a mindset that sees challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones on your journey to mastering emotions. Emotions need an outlet. Picture them as a river, continually flowing, ever-changing, and brimming with energy. When that river is dammed, the water builds, pressure mounts, and eventually it seeks a way out, often in a destructive manner. The same is true for our emotions. When they're suppressed or ignored, they can emerge in unhealthy ways, impacting our mental and physical health and straining our relationships. Now, imagine if we could channel that river, guiding its flow constructively. That's the power of emotional expression. Art, writing, or simply talking with a trusted confidant, these are all channels for our emotional river. They allow us to process our feelings, to understand them, and crucially, to let them flow. Emotional expression is not about venting or wallowing in negativity. It's about acknowledging our feelings, giving them a voice, and in doing so, fostering a more authentic connection with ourselves and others. Find healthy ways to express and process your emotions. Mastering your emotions goes hand in hand with understanding and empathizing with others. It's a two-way street. As we become more in tune with our own emotional landscape, we naturally become more attuned to the emotions of those around us. Empathy is the ability to sense and understand someone else's emotions as if they were your own. It's like stepping into another person's shoes, seeing the world through their eyes. Compassion, on the other hand, is feeling moved by others' suffering and wanting to alleviate it. In our quest to master our emotions, empathy and compassion serve as powerful compasses. They guide us to foster deeper connections with others, enriching our shared human experience. Remember, every person you encounter is fighting their own battles, ones you may know nothing about. So, exercise empathy, extend compassion, be the source of kindness someone needs in their day. Explore the transformative power of empathy and compassion, fostering deeper connections and contributing to a more compassionate world. As we wrap up our journey into mastering emotions, remember that it's an ongoing process. We've explored the terrain of understanding emotions, emotional intelligence, mindfulness, positive psychology, stress management, resilience, emotional expression, and empathy. Each of these elements holds a piece of the puzzle in achieving inner harmony. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep growing. Be patient with yourself, practice self-compassion, and celebrate the small victories. Thank you for joining us today.